Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakak, Quadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Back with another lesson. This will be a super quick hit, straight to the point. I'm gonna play this quick clip, what you see off the on the screen, the news. But there's been squirrel attacks here in Northern California, and you know this is a part of prophecy. See, the average person looks at this and just thinks it's normal, but this is a part of prophecy because the Lord is going to use these animals in the end here for judgment. You know, the instruments of judgment. The Lord has different. It's just symbolic. The Lord has different judgments that He's going to issue out on you know, on the wicked, man, those that are not a part of the Lord's elect. But I'm gonna play this quick clip. You know, the Lord is no joke, man. When you're not obedient to Him, especially to the other nations, the Lord is no joke. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Let me grab this and I'll play this quick clip. And it reads, it says, this is Job 18 and 14, and it reads, it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. See, to the king of terrors. And this is ultimately Yahawah. You know, Yahawah, why Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the son, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, but ultimately the Father. You see, the king of terrors. And this is what the world is going to witness, man. The Lord is he's going to bring out these different these wild animals, and you know, and they're gonna be used for judgment. They're gonna start attacking people. It even tells you about the fowls of the air, the birds of the air attacking people. But I'm gonna play this quick clip, and then I got a scripture or two, and I'll close out.
This clomped onto my leg, and it was just hanging on. His tail was flying up here, you know, and I was like, get off me, and I kind of didn't want to touch it. But
it's the last thing Joan Hebleck expected on her morning walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael. Came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all.
Joan suddenly attacked by a squirrel, which clawed and bit her legs. The wounds bad enough, she had to go to the ER. Scary.
Oh, yeah, very scary. And how do you get the squirrel attached to your leg off?
This is beautiful. Now it's following us until she almost killed me.
Isabel Campoy and her niece Carmen were also attacked while walking in the same area off Mount Lassen Drive.
See? And this is the Lord. He's going to start putting the spirit on these animals, you know. It's going to get terrifying out here, man. It's going to get terrifying. The Lord, I just read to you in the scripture that the Lord He's the king of terrors. You people ain't seen nothing yet, man. Let me grab another scripture. Let me go here. This is Psalm 68 and 20. And it reads, it says, he that is our power is the God of salvation. And unto him, the Lord, belongeth the issues from death. See? The issues from death. And to tell you what is that in Deuteronomy, that I kill and I heal, I kill and I make alive, roughly paraphrasing it in Deuteronomy. And we know Deuteronomy is the second book of the law, man. Roughly paraphrasing it. But the Lord is no joke, man. He's no joke. Let me close out with this. Salakia. Jeremiah. Jeremiah. Yeah, let me go here. Jeremiah. 15. And I'll go 2. It says, and this is bringing judgment, starting with 2/3 of the Lord's people. And then we know ultimately, judgment is going to go on to the other nations, starting with Esau, Edom. Judgment. It says Jeremiah 15:2, and it reads, it says, and they shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And this is the judgment that the Lord has brung on his people. And then and this end is the Lord gonna put 2/3 of his own people down, right along with the other nations. It says 3, it says, this is the point. 3, it says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds. The four judgments that the Lord is bringing out in the end here. It says the sword to slay, and we know war, civil war, world war. It says the sword to slay. A lot of people finna die in this violence that's coming. Violence, the sword, gun violence, different weaponry and things like that. The sword, and we know the new modern day sword is the gun. It says, and the dogs to tear. See, the dogs to tear. People gonna have their own dogs tearing them up in the end. The Lord gonna put the spirit on these animals, man. It says, and the fowls of heaven, the birds gonna start attacking. You got eagles and owls, crows and stuff like that. Hawks. It says, and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy. And we know, during this time of the tribulation, you got a lot of these zoos and where a lot of these animals and stuff are stored up at, these animal shelters. They're going to get loose. They're going to get loose and be out here running wild, man. And people you have dead bodies out here, animals eating them up. Yeah, the Lord he's bringing it out in the end, and we know about the creatures that he has created. The behemoth, Leviathan. Who they made a movie, Godzilla. That's uplook of Leviathan, the Lord's pets, his creatures, man. He's gonna bring out in the end. But you're going to start to see all this, these animals coming in these, unexpected locations, into your city and residential areas and things like that. And, the Lord going to put the spirit on them to start attacking.